Let me at him!
Well, there it is. Hi guys, this is Witty, and I want to talk to you about an article that Hive Workshop posted the other day. So, Hive Workshop, they recently posted an article about their visit to Blizzard on the patch 1.27 day, is what we're going to call it, because they went there in the same week, but they claim that they went there on the actual day that it was being posted, hours later, so I have to assume it was on the same day, but I guess they went an earlier. They visited the day, whatever. The basic point is that they went there to discuss the future of Warcraft 3. And that's good, right? Yes. And I'll elaborate on this a little bit more as I get through this. I've written a lot of this down just so I can remember, and I've screwed up so many times before this point, which is why I'm laughing. But anyway, to read the article, you must follow the link here or in the video description below. And that will give you an idea of what I'm about to talk about. So, this is my thoughts, what I read of the article. Like, I printed it all off, and I went through some of it at work, and put my ideas onto a Word document to then talk to you guys about it. So these are like my ideas. But anyway, this is the information that I've gleaned from them, basically. Hive Workshop, they sent 2 members who met up with up to 12 people from the classic game team, including the 2 heads of the department, Rob Breidenbecker and Pete Steele. Well, they brought many community-raised issues and ideas of improvement for Warcraft 3. So they had like this document that I guess they brought with them that had a whole list of things that are like, here's where Warcraft 3 is broken, here's where this is an issue, here's where you need to do this. So I don't think they quite presented it in that manner, but I think that's how it is. So they can't tell us too much because Blizzard actually made them sign a non-disclosure agreement. However, they did bring back some really good information, and this is just what they could tell us, and it's big. It's important. So let me get on to that. They said that Blizzard is reading the Hive Workshop website and other fan sites to continue a feedback loop. So they're basically interested in what we, the community, are saying about Warcraft 3 and using that information to then, therefore, go and progress on their work on Warcraft 3. At least that's how I see it. So that's important. It might not seem like a big deal, but that is important that they're listening. The other thing is the document that they brought with them listed concerns for Warcraft 3 that they brought with them to Blizzard for discussion, which will have most of it addressed in the coming patches. So we're getting more patches again. This might be an obvious statement, and it's not going to blow your mind. But really, think about what that says. Coming patches. So this basically means there is more to be done for Warcraft 3. We know that. They said they're going to look at balance. They're going to look at potential map rotation. Those kind of things. But to have even more confirmation of this just helps to solidify the fact that it's not just fancy words. And sure, we'll do it. I mean, they said fucking like 9 months ago, oh yeah, you remember that ladder reset we did? Well, we're going to change those back because we weren't too sure about it. But thanks for the information, and we'll get back to you. Yeah, nothing really happened. But now these patches are coming through thick and fast, I can only assume. Or at least the work is being done on it. They've got 12 people on that team, which is bigger than I thought it would be. I thought it'd be tiny, but I suppose... I mean, you think Hearthstone team, when it started off, was only like 5 people, I think. It was called Team 5 or something like that. So, you know, you can get quite a lot done, really, with a small group of people. But they've got a lot of work to do because they've got to work on old systems that are hard, and only so many people understand the code. So they've got a lot to get through, guys, in the first place, which is why our first patch was more of an optimization style patch than it was, oh, here are these new features, or here is the balance changes. They can't get onto that just yet, but it's coming. It's coming. So one of these things that they talked about was the patches might include, or what they say it will include, the launch of Battlenet 2.0. Oh, well, this is substantial news, and to those of you who aren't familiar with StarCraft 2 or something like that, that operates on Battlenet 2.0. I've slagged it off in the past, called it 0.2 because it's basically lacking a lot of things. But it's really important that Warcraft 3 does get moved onto this platform, because Battlenet 2.0 is what everyone communicates on. Diablo 3, Hearthstone, StarCraft 2, Overwatch, whatever you're playing basically on Blizzard that is current day. Battlenet 2.0 is what they use for it. At least I believe that is the case. And if you bring Warcraft 3 to that, hey, you can see so-and-so's online in Warcraft 3. I'm going to go into Warcraft 3 after I finish this game of Hearthstone. Oh, they're playing that custom game. I remember that. That was really good. I want to play that. It might do that where it comes up on your friends list and shows you what that person's doing in Warcraft 3. All these kind of things. And you can announce when you're on that platform, so you can announce to a group of people. You can have different groups of communications. Now, this is something we need to get onto. Battlenet 2.0 is something they need to really keep on working on, because one of the big issues of it was the communication, the chat channels, stuff like that. Warcraft 3 has a great community feeling chat channel where you're immediately put into this forum, this chat room, where anyone can type anything, and you're just sort of like, wow, this, you can just sit there and do nothing and just read it, or you can participate. Whereas they need to make sure that people are active in these chat rooms. They can't just be empty. This is one of the issues with Battlenet 2.0, is it's definitely brought things up to date. But it also has a level of animosity. No, that's not really the right word. Almost robotic. It's like robotic. A lot of it's automated. A lot of it is empty, soulless. So if we can really bring some strong Warcraft 3 community atmosphere to that Battlenet 2.0, if they can help encourage that, that'd be great. And again, I'll probably talk about that a bit later in the video. But the other thing that they also said, which is really, really big news, specifically for like the Hive Workshop boys and girls as well, they're going to increase the map file size limit, perhaps to 150 megabits plus, which is ginormous, because as far as I glean from it, a lot of the information that I'm getting from other people and stuff like that is that the current map size, I might be wrong, is actually 8 megabits. So if it's going from 8 to 150, you can do the math, because I'm not going to do it here for you. But it's a lot. So what does that mean? Well, that probably means new models, or at least increased polygon levels of models, terrain, textures, just the general size. Think of campaign levels. Like people, if there's more incentive for people to work on this stuff because it's being brought to the masses, they can work on new campaigns and huge levels with, like one of the issues I had with Warcraft when I try to make maps and try to put my own voices and stuff like that is the size of the voice samples are huge in comparison to a lot of the other stuff in the map. So it's quite hard to do it. There are tricks, though, that have been mentioned to get around a lot of the issues. And just things like that. You could have custom sound sets. I could be voicing things, all that kind of stuff. You could have like a narrative, really, during a campaign. Imagine if it was voice acted. That'd be incredible. So there's loads of potential for this, but some people are definitely concerned that 150 megabits is too big because people get sloppy, and when they get sloppy, they'll basically say, instead of what currently happens now, is people jam-pack all of this amazing information, high-quality information, and they find lots of little tricks and tips to sort of get it down to that 8 megabit size. That way you can get everything possible that they provide, but it's at a tiny download speed. It takes you no time to download. It's no skin off your back. Imagine having to download like up to 150 megabits and the map's crap. That's a big concern. But again, if this Battlenet 2.0, I think the arcade system has a rating system, so you can soon find out whether that is going to be the case of, oh, well, this map's got 1 star. Probably better not download it then. So let me take some of the information that I said. What does this actually mean? What do we take from this? Blizzard have our attention and an interest in improving Warcraft 3 through communication with the community. Blizzard will be continuing the patches, obvious, but it's great to have confirmation, as I say, that there is plenty more to come. Blizzard will bring Battlenet 2.0 over, which will change lots about Warcraft 3, which works the way it works and how it will work in the future. And Blizzard will, of course, increase the map size, as I said, which is huge to the longevity of Warcraft 3 as it impacts on custom games, campaign levels, the creativity that people will bring, new models, spell effects, everything that they will put into that will then go towards the Warcraft 3 modding community, which will then therefore go into the maps that you play. So let's have a look at some of the other points I made. I think I've kind of gone over some of my stuff, so I don't really want to repeat myself too much. But basically, I will probably start talking about Battlenet 2.0 a little bit more, and then maybe a little bit more on the maps, because those are the two really big bits, okay? Because that's the actual genuine new news that we're getting, is Battlenet 2.0 and the maps being bigger. So this is kind of just an external bit, so if you're going to still stay with me, then thank you very much for doing so. If not, have a great day, because that's pretty much what I wanted to say, but I will just go on a little bit further. Battlenet 2.0 is very important, but it has its issues. As I say, a lot of it's automated. Now, this is good, this is also bad. If you want to download the latest map that's really popular or something like that, you don't have to wait for it to be up there. It's always going to be up there. You search for it, you click download. You're not putting pressure on other people. They're having to wait for you to download. You download it separately, and then you join the game after you've already got it onto your computer. But what happens is you've got a lot of these empty sort of maps. So whenever you say, oh, I'd like to play that game, I'm going to join that game, you're the only one in there, because the system itself is hosting that game, and you have to wait for other people to join. Or you can create the game, but then you're the only one in there. So you kind of need a bunch of people already set up, good to go, which would work for me. But for a lot of people that just logging in just to play the game, they go, oh, right, cool. I hope there's 7 other people who want to play this. And then they're waiting there for ages. Whereas in Warcraft 3, when you see stuff is hosted, although you have got bots hosting a lot of the time automatically, so this could be argued, that gets a lot of empty value. But sometimes, you typically join a game of Warcraft 3 and there are people in there and it fills up fairly fast. So that might not necessarily be the case for 2.0, but I think that's contradictory, really. I think it's just, I think it's good. I think it will work in the end, especially if it gets enough players to, join in and have a go. Will people get to see the right maps, though? Will they get to see new maps? I suppose you could argue, again, for Warcraft 3, you might only see Dota or Legion TD and no other games. So all these other fantastic games that people are making, people don't get to see them. That's kind of the same for StarCraft 2.0, but at least with the matchmaking, or rather the rating system that I think they have now, it gives you a better chance to sort of see maps that aren't necessarily that are good, rather, but are hidden behind all these other maps that get splurged onto the front page. So I think Blizzard are always going to be working on that, and that again is really important, that we get brought up to the latest system, and that way we know we're also up to date. And anything that Blizzard do towards 2.0 is also affecting us. Warcraft 3, 14-year-old game, 15-year-old, whatever the fuck it is now. That's also being affected by the most recent changes. So that's really important. And I don't want to go too much into detail on the extra file size on the map, because I'm going to get destroyed by all the actual genuine map creators, model artists, all of these people that work really hard and, create content for Hive Workshop as well as the other sites for Warcraft 3. They will tear me to pieces because I don't know too much about it, but all I can assume is that you are able to now play with more textures, more animations, potentially more polygons for models, art, that kind of thing. You can sort of put way more into it. People were saying that it might actually get a little bit dangerous or illegal. You get these kind of illegal imports where people just take WoW models, which is currently actually already happened for StarCraft 2, if you've seen that, because StarCraft 2 can support a much bigger file size. So you can actually see these custom games, which I played one of them a long time ago. I was playing as Alex Strasza. It was the actual model from World of Warcraft put into StarCraft 2. So it's that size, so it looked amazing, but the gameplay was crap because it was a crappy game. It just had an amazing model in it. So we have these concerns, I think. Otherwise, I think it's only a good thing. You're going to have your crap no matter what you do, but you increase the size, you increase the potential. And that's what I think people are looking forward to. And at the end of the day, this is better than nothing, surely. So if you're going to complain about this, I think that's the wrong attitude to take, because what would you rather they do? Absolutely nothing? Maybe some people prefer that, but I think for the majority of us, this is good news that Warcraft 3 is being worked on and patches are coming. That's basically what I wanted to get at, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you everyone very much for watching, And please do like and share this video if you enjoyed it and you want others to know that the patches are coming for Warcraft 3. And I'll be covering more stuff like this in the future to come because I've got some more ideas for Warcraft 3 news. And you take care of yourselves, alright? And I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Test, test, test. Okay. Well, there it is. Hi guys, this is Witty, and I want to talk about an article recently posted at HiveWorkshop.com. So, Hive Workshop post... Well, there it is. Hi guys, this is Witty, and I want to talk about an article that Blizzard... No, not Blizzard. It wasn't Blizzard. They didn't do it. Fuck. 3, 2, 1. Well, there it is. Hi guys. Well, there it is. Hi guys. So, fuck. Well, there it is. Hi guys. This is Witty, and I want to talk about an article that Hive Workshop posted recently on their website. So, Hive Workshop, they recently visited Blizzard on the patch of 1.27 day. Fuck, that doesn't... What? Well, he's gonna fucking read it. Alright, 3, 3, 2, 1. And they did this to discuss the future of Warcraft 3. Don't worry, they aren't our superiors in any sort of way. Fuck my life. Fuck.